absolute liar, Trevin Adams.
And I think Donovan, as you just saw there, telling the rest of the NYC crew, I got this, guys. I don't need you guys. We're covered. I'm impressed. Vincent wasting no time smartly there, going right after Donovan. But Donovan, as you can see, he's come in with a game plan. This is a tough dude. You talked about New York City. Imagine the street fights Donovan's had. Vincent's going to be up to his eyeballs here. I'm
not sure Danny Vincent has ever, as good as that drop kick was, faced somebody the likes of Donovan. You're talking about a guy who grew up on the streets, lived in the streets, has fought in the streets, and had success in the streets. I'm not sure Danny Vincent even knows what that's like.
Yeah, but don't forget, as Vincent coming right after Donovan, there are no countouts in a combat division matchup. There's really no disqualifications unless the ref has a giant concern for one of the performers. At the end of the day, it's a pinfall, it's a submission. Do what you do.
It's a well-being. If the referee feels like the athlete's well-being is going to be at risk, then he has the ability to stop the match. Outside of that, they have carte blanche.
Danny Vincent, though, thrives in the combat division. The growth, as you already pointed out, that's come from Danny Vincent is just mind-blowing. Champion for years, literally years, Francisco Chiazza.
I had my finger on the pulse of this kid years and years and years ago, and I told him, I said, that comedy act is only going to get you so far. He's a great talent in the ring. He just needed an opportunity, and he got it in WWN, and like you said, he's been a champion for years.
Of course, what you're seeing here.
There goes the deposit.
Again, Danny Vincent with the answer. And let me reiterate this, it goes all the way back to February 2019. WWN and ACW present My Bloody Valentine 2019. Available right now as part of your Club WWN subscription. Albeit don't watch it right now, finish watching tonight's event, then check it out. And it was Danny Vincent winning a very unique combat championship multi-man match. But do some math. Think about this. I said years and I meant it. Over 2 years as champion. That's insane.
It is insane, especially in this day and age, where championships, can get shotgun or hot-shotted at the drop of a hat, night in and night out. You're talking that's unheard of anymore to be a champion for 2 years.
And I know a lot of folks may want to put an asterisk and talk about the situation that's went down the last year plus. We've been running, what a neckbreaker. We've been running the majority of that time. Pinfall. Nearly a new champion, and I was about to say Danny Vincent has been defending that championship minus a few months at most throughout everything that's happened here in the world.
I had a conversation with our fearless leader and owner, Sal Hamoy, Wrestling Network, and we haven't missed a beat. Like we have not missed a beat, whether it was a training center, WWN, our athletes. We have literally been going non-stop, and whether it was putting ourselves at risk, we had our fans at heart, and we wanted them to get the best entertainment possible, and we gave it to them.
And you can hear WWN faithful trying to get behind Danny Vincent, help pull him to his feet. It looks like it may have worked here as Vincent's starting to fight off Donovan. Spinning heel kick, though, from Donovan. And this is a man with years and years. We're talking, wow, head first. Nearly as many years experience as you. Pinfall. Not quite.
Just about. I remember having a conversation with Donovan about a year, maybe 2 years, a year and a half ago at the Evolve show in Orlando, Florida. And I remember him asking me, he got knocked out that night, he got rocked. And he asked me, he goes, well, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to get to the top? And he was getting an opportunity. And I said, just be patient, keep doing what you're doing. And here he is.
And respectfully, part of what he did was stop being patient and take what he wants. And that's how the NYC crew came to be. So it's like he heard your advice and decided, you know what, I'm going to
give me the finger and went about his business. But honestly, I'm glad he did.
Meant it in a good way, but you're seeing right now Donovan, who's really been coming after Danny Vincent since his debut is in Donovan's. Oh, look at that, ripping at the face. Donovan had debuted back at 8CW Hollow Reckoning back in the fall. And of course, it was a match against Hunter Law. That's when the NYC crew formed, and they were about to basically try to end the career of Hunter Law. And it was Danny Vincent coming to make the save for a fellow OAO member. And wait, pinfall! Nearly a new champion. And I was about to say, since that moment where Danny Vincent got in the business of Donovan, Donovan has been in the business of Danny Vincent. He's been obsessed with getting that championship. And while Donovan was on the shelf at one point, he had his cronies going after him. They've had matches against OAO, but tonight it finally comes to this moment, one-on-one, and I'm very happy to see no OAO, no NYC crew.
Mano a mano. That's it, one-on-one.
And
you touched on it, Trevor. You know, this kid's been plagued with injuries and had a really rough road to hoe, and here he is, one-on-one with Danny Vincent. I'm telling you, I can look into this guy's eyes and tell you that he's prepared. Both of these men are prepared.
And they better be, because right in this moment, ACW Combat Championship on the line, and Danny Vincent, just when you think he's coming back there, the running forearm from Donovan, and I'm telling you, Donovan knows how to use every ounce of his being as a weapon. Of course, Danny Vincent, a large man himself, and, well, you just saw right there, knows how to use the momentum of his opponent against him. Does Vincent pinfall? 2 count only here, Francisco.
And I'm impressed. Both of these guys are getting rocked. It's hard enough to get hit with one of those forearms, let alone with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. They're going in for those deep covers. Both men are trying to win. It's a toss-up at any point. Any man can take this contest, Trevor.
Here comes Vincent. Oh, gets out of the way. Does Donovan. And a prone Danny Vincent caught with a heck of a forearm in the corner. We've seen this offense from Donovan before. The combination and the culmination's gonna be bad. Cross body, ribs get broken that way, Francisco. Pinfall.
This is it.
No. And let me reiterate, man, how close the 2+ year reign Danny Vincent was from ending, but how many times have we thought that reign would end and Danny Vincent has overcome?
He's proved us all wrong. I know he's proved me wrong, he's proved you wrong, he's proved the ACW faithful wrong, he's proved all the boys in the back wrong, and he might be proving everybody wrong again tonight.
Donovan going after a pro Vincent. Vincent takes out the wheel of Donovan.
Danny Vincent will come at you from any way, shape, or form.
The clothesline. I already mentioned it. Danny Vincent has the size advantage, calling for the superplex here. Gonna go Babe Ruth style, perhaps. The superplex were to connect, that would be all she wrote. Donovan putting on the brakes, doing what he can to try to fight off Danny Vincent. And in fact, I don't know if you noticed there, Donovan, the way he grabbed the hand, and oh my God, DDT out of the corner.
Trevor, this is it. This has to be it.
Impaler style pinfall.
He was late hooking the leg, Trevor. If you'd have hooked that leg about a half a second sooner, that music would hit, and we'd have ourselves a new ACW Combat Champion.
You see the shock on the face of Donovan, and we're all shocked. That Impaler coming out of the corner, DDT. I think Danny's still figuring out where he is, but that instinct, and as you pointed out,
look at his eyes, Trevor. He's on Rubber Lake Street. The lights are on and nobody's home.
Donovan trying to take advantage of it. No, Vincent gets out of the way. In fact, not only that, but beautiful kick there from Danny Vincent.
Talk about a prone position. Now Donovan's in that prone position.
Basement drop kick connects here. Trademark Danny Vincent offense. Pinfall. No.
Didn't hook the leg.
And you can see senior official Lee Canfield on the call. Man, this guy, you want to talk about calling it down the middle, being able to catch, even if it's 2.99, he will not count 3. And what is Nino Cruz? Come on!
I knew this was going to happen.
And remember, no rules when it comes to the perspective of disqualifications, and Nino Cruz just ate the canvas. But the distraction, no, come on, roll up. Did you see the handful of tights?
Handful of tights? What else are they going to do?
Legal in a combat division, no disqualifications.
And that's the thing, Danny Vincent, I don't know if he's got a lot of friends in the back, but he's got to have somebody. Whoa!
Straight to DVD. This would be it, but Steve Pena now coming to ringside. Are you kidding me? Slides
in like a Vaseline-coated ninja, Trevor Adams. Look at it.
This might as well be a handicap match at this point. Pena swinging wildly, and
it is a handicap match. Look at this.
Vincent, though, able to take out Pena, at least for the moment. In fact, smart move there by Danny Vincent.
Let's make no bones about it. Okay, Danny Vincent, look, he ain't a body guy. He ain't winning no bodybuilding contest, but the kid is tough as nails. He's taking on 3, 4, and 5 guys.
Well, and unfortunately, Danny Vincent just got knocked looped. Silly pinfall, no!
Here's your winner and new ACW Combat Champion, Donovan!
I am in absolute shock here. I don't know if you saw Nino Cruz holding on to the leg of Danny Vincent. Vincent was prone, hit with basically a knockout shot, and it was successful. Took 3 men, but the 2-year and 4-month reign of Danny Vincent has come to an end.
3 men, 4 men, 5 men, in my opinion, smart men.
And in a division where there's no disqualifications, no countouts, have we found ourselves in a situation where it's not one combat champion, it's 3.